Hello fellow crafters, this is Jane Fires, independent coach with Fun Stamper's Journey, and today I want to show you one of our new tools that's in our current new catalog that came out July 1st. This is our scoreboard. Now I know what a lot of you are saying, you already own a scoreboard. I knew that. I own almost everything on the market, but this one is totally different and it's a much better scoreboard. So let me turn it over because this is the front. There's nothing to open. I don't have to worry about losing anything. When I turn it over, back here is my score tool, but then I have this handy little triangle that pulls out and it holds in tight when I push it back in. So when I take it out and I look at it, I see that on the front side of it, I have envelopes so that I can make different envelopes. I can make an envelope box in case my card is thicker. When I turn it over, I see that on the back side, I have my measurements for making boxes. Now today, I wanted to show you how to make different boxes. So for Christmas, because Christmas is coming, you can make boxes of all different kinds, all different sizes, anything that you want to put anything in it. And what I like is you can put in even small things. For example, this is the small box that I've made up, and what I do when I make my practice boxes, I put the measurements and things on the front of the box because then I have it right handy when I'm making a box. Now, because Christmas is a little ways off and school is not, I decided that today we would do this box right here. Inside my box, I have candy. You could make this box a little bit bigger, which is what I did on this one, and still make a school box. In this one, I put a gift card because I have 15 grandkids, and so for Christmas, gift cards are my thing. So I made the box, then I took our gift card slider and made it, and put my red bow on it, put my gift card in, dropped it in. Now on top of my gift card, I'm going to put some chocolate candy because the kids always like candy. So there's an idea for Christmas. But this is the box we're going to do today. And I did make my practice box, and this is my practice box, and it says that I need cardstock that's 8 by 8. So I've already pre-cut using our Journey cutting tool, and I've cut it to 8 by 8. Now my score line for my lid is to be 1 1/8, and my yellow is going to be my lid. So I'm going to lay my piece up here and go 1 1/8, and then 2 3/8. Then I'm going to turn it, and again 1 1/8, 2 3/8, turn it again, 1 1/8, 2 3/8, turn it again, 1 1/8, 2 3/8. So now, there I have my piece for my lid. So what I'm going to do is fold it so that all my fold lines are where I want them. Now, with all of the boxes, you of course need to make some cuts. So I'm going to use my Pro Detail scissors. And what I am cutting now is I am going to cut this part off completely. I do not need this at all. So I'm going to go in here and cut on my score line on both sides and just cut that piece right off. Then I'm going to go in here and I'm not cutting it off, but I'm cutting up to my second score line. So I'm going to do this on all 4 corners. Again, my outside I'm cutting off. My next corner. Cut in. Now the other thing that I like to do on these here and my sections that are sort of loose, I like to go back and just angle cut in a little bit, because that will give me a much better closure. So I'm going to do that on all four corners. Now my lid is technically really made, okay, I just have to fold it together. But before I do, I want to stamp on this side. But there's my lid, it's finished. So now I'm going to take my red piece, which is my bottom piece, and here again I've put my measurements for my bottom. And this time I'm going to score at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. And again, I'm going to do that all the way around. Now, you may find our cardstock is very heavy, and so you may find it good to go ahead and to do your score lines twice. So 1 1/4, 2 1/2. And again, I'm doing all four sides. And again, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on that one I need to do again because that didn't go deep enough. I will again fold and crease on all my score lines. Okay, so now I will cut just like I did before. And cut the first 2 squares off on each corner, and then cut in on my other score line to the second score. Then I'm going to trim off my little triangular piece on each end so that I know it's going to close up nicely. Very honestly, with most of my boxes that I've made, I have not used any glue, all right, or any foam squares or anything, glue dots. But on this one, and on the ones that I ship out for Christmas, because most of my gift cards have to be mailed, I will glue them. But now this is my bottom, so all I have to do is bring in my 2 sides, lift my back side up, and fold it in. Do the same thing on this side, and then fold down. Now, there's the bottom of my box. It's ready to go, and you can see it's holding together nicely. But if I wanted to, I could tape it together at the bottom, or use our glue dots. Now when I do the top, the cover, I'll show you how I'm going to glue it. But now because I'm done, I'm going to turn my scoreboard over, and I am putting back in my triangle, which fits nicely in, and my score tool, because I'm done with those two items, so I can set those aside. Now on this particular one, on my box, you'll notice that at the top I have what looks like the alphabet, or part of the alphabet. And this is what a teacher a lot of times would have in their classrooms. Where did I get this? Well, I got it out of our paper pack called Through the Year Prints. What's nice about this is if you are a scrapbooker or a card maker, there are two prints or two pieces of every print. So for example, this is the January one, so you would get two. I've used all my heart one up, which is February, and the back of February are the flowers. You'd get two of those. This one is March with its back. This one is April with the back for Easter. This is May. This is June, Father's Day. This would be July. August. September. On one side, the alphabet. On the other side, apples. October, Halloween. November, leaves turning colors, unless you live in Florida. And December, or for winter. So this all comes in Through the Year prints. These are in our current big catalog. So these are excellent for card making, making your boxes, or even for scrapbooking. Okay, here is the top of our box. And as you can see here, I did stamp on it. So out of my stamp set, and this is a neat stamp set because it's one of our ATs, everything comes like this, plus the stamps that I'm going to use. And this stamp set retails for $8.95. So it's not expensive. It's something you can use over and over. Your kids can use it to make their teachers a gift. So what I'm doing now is I'm stamping using our black licorice ink, and I'm going to just stamp some different I'll give the teacher an A+. They use pencils, they use paper clips. I want to leave room here for my words, and then to put so I just sort of eyeball this, and I want it right there. So it's going to fit right in there. And I'm going to use our white liner tape because I know it will hold no matter what. And the thing I like about our tape is you can rip it. So you don't even need a scissors when you're doing it. Take my backing off, line it up where I would like it, and press it down. So that's that part. Now the other thing that I did, because the apple that's in our stamp set is rather large. You can see that here on the card. It's fairly good size. It's too big to put on here, but teachers like apples. So what I did is I cut out from the back side of our piece of paper here, I've cut out two little apples, and I'm going to glue those on down there. So let's go ahead and put a glue dot on the one and glue it down. Then I want my other little apple to be raised. Now we have two sizes of foam dots. We have a small and a medium. But I like my medium because I can cut this to be any size I want it to be. So I've cut my 1 in quarters, and I'm going to put that on the back of my little red apple, and I'm going to pop up my little red apple right there. Okay, now I can put my, Okay, now the words that I'm going to use are the same that I used here, but the stamp set also has the thank you on it, so you could use thank you as I did on the card. But our words here say teach, guide, praise, instruct, influence, encourage, and inspire. And of course, that's what teachers are supposed to do. So I'm stamping it on a piece of white, and I use black licorice ink usually for all my words, because then I know that you can see them well. Then I'm taking my Pro scissors and I am going to trim it down because I don't want it this large. And then it's going to go right here. And again, I'm going to pop dot it. And like I had mentioned to you before, I cut my squares, my medium ones, in half. Our scissors, both this Pro one and the detailed one, nothing will stick to them. So I can cut my foam squares and I don't have to worry about any of the glue staying on my scissors. So I'm putting my 4 little pieces on, taking off my backing, and putting it on my box top. So there it is. Now on this one, I am going to use some glue dots. I like our glue dots because they come individual, all right, so that you don't have to worry about them. What I do is I place my glue dot where I want it. I leave the backing on because I want to do all 4 sides that way. And then when I go to fold them in, I make sure that it's all going to fold in with no problem. And I fold in both sides. I take off my backing of my glue dots, and I'm ready to fold it in. Go to the opposite side, do the same thing. Take off my backing of my glue dots. Fold my sides in. I don't fold my sides in. Nope, I goofed. I don't fold my sides in that way, sorry. I fold my sides in this way. And then put it up and over. Go to the opposite side and do the same thing. Whoops. And then fold down my other 2 sides. And there's my top. So there's the bottom and there's my top. Now on this one, as I told you, I put candy in it, okay, for the teacher. I do the same with this one because they're both identical. And then take our red twine and simply attach a red pen and a pencil to the box once I have it filled with candy. And my gift for my teacher is ready to go. So that's one of the ideas with our box, which you can do. It's a neat one for kids to take to their teachers the first couple days of school. Our next video, I will show you exactly how I did our card that we will take with it. But this is an easy way to make a box. You do need, however, our scoreboard in order to do it. I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You can get a hold of me by emailing me at serif, serif1@aol.com. You can place your order on my website, funstampersjourney.com/angelhugs. Have a blessed day.